Hold on a minute.
It's going viral because the developer.
And again, thank you for waiting. I know we had obviously a bunch of seniors today, and it's senior day, but at the same time, they have a lot of football to be played. So we didn't spend a lot of time on that, but certainly thankful to them because, again, that's the most important part of any program is your players. And then they closed out a regular season at home, undefeated, which was a big feat for us. A lot of progress, and it's I know there's a lot of people that I've known for a long time since I played. The defending home base, winning football at home was always right at the top of the food chain, and the top of the priority list. And then I also want to acknowledge our fans for coming out all year long and doing a really good job supporting this team. I mean, every single week, whether it be home or away, but the ones that were here, the ones that have been here all year, because we certainly have felt them all year long. We're thankful for that. And I'll keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And then also a shout out to, I had my teammate, roommate for a year, a guy that a lot of Miami Hurricanes know really well, John Stavern, passed away this week. And for myself and a lot of other guys that had him as a teammate, he was here in the late 80s, early 90s, for you guys that don't know. And he may not have been on the All-American list as a performer. He was an absolute five-star teammate, human being, who battled injuries and was always there for everybody. So to him and his family, I love him, miss him, and all right, obviously on to the game. So story of the game was the defense, without a doubt. After that first series, the busted coverage, that's what Miami Hurricane defense should look like. And then offensively, we had our struggles. We caused a lot of it ourselves with penalties and with miscues and drop balls and some turnovers or whatnot. But the defense, we leaned on them, and they came through in a big-time way. And even when they were on short fields, I haven't seen a defensive performance like that anywhere in a long time. That was really awesome. They certainly deserve all the credit and all the mention of the game. So that being said,
Mario, you pointed it out that it was, after that first drive, the defense was pretty much airtight, 2.3 yards per play the rest of the way. I know they're working hard, and a lot of it is the big plays and things, but just how much did they do in leading back to week 16 sort of really solid numbers?
No doubt. I mean, we felt it during the bye week. So even though they scored first, we were more along the lines of everybody settle down. The couple things that hurt us on that drive, we've been good at, and we fixed them. We're going to play better against those particular things and formations and alignments and routes. And it was a turnaround for them in terms of communication, alignment, assignment. Those guys were able to play fast. They played with an edge today, and they knew that the game was going to come down to them providing stops because we've been really good offensively all year, and we had struggles. We had our struggles, but we play as a team. November is funny now. November is you take the games, you take the wins as you can get them, and certainly it was really important to get that one today.
Mario, I want to know next week if you're going to Charlotte. Just how nice to say that we got 10 wins, perfect at home. Yes, a couple boxes checked, but now the good stuff.
Yeah, well, the entire focus on getting better. To play against a really good team at their place. In the Dome, I've been there for a long, long time. Certainly a tough place to play. They're a really good football team, and I know they were winning today as I was walking out the locker room. So certainly all focus, all attention has already been turned to that game.
Coach, what did you say?
Second half, Jordan Miles.
I mean, we've seen it since camp. The guy's a really good football player. He's explosive. We've been really healthy at back all year. We stay that way, so sometimes with the way the ball comes out in the RPO game, sometimes we don't get as many touches as we planned throughout the course of the game. But his work ethic and his performance in practice is warranted in getting the ball today, and when he got the opportunity, he made it happen in a big-time way. Great job by him and a bunch of other guys.
There was a lot of incomplete passes, I would say, and that would have potentially put more points up on the board. So, I mean, what was lacking in the first half of the game? Because you guys have fair teams next week, and it's going to get colder up there too.
Well, it'll be indoors, so the temperature in there will be about 68, so it's probably almost identical, as to what we're playing in today. Artificial turf, great venue to play in. For us, it came in the form of batted balls. It came in the form of drop passes. There was an overthrow or two, maybe we were off. We certainly weren't in sync, but penalty. I mean, we had a penalty on two penalties on two critically important and one was in the form of a formational adjustment, which we haven't had all year. So we were our own worst enemy at times today. But we do what we always do. We play as a team and we find a way to come together and get it done. And certainly that's what happened today. Today was spearheaded by the defense.
Mario, the one thing I noticed that you were doing effectively was your ability to get first downs on first downs. So did that enable you to really open up the playbook a lot, knowing that you didn't have to go 2 or 3 downs, and you were that efficient on first down to create a lot?
I mean, all year long, it's been a pretty good characteristic of what we do offensively. Again, there were some things we did good, and we were third and manageable for the most part, but all of it was created by the defense. I mean, the defense, the momentum that they created, I mean, they never flinched. I mean, ball turned over at the inside the 20, inside the 35, again inside the 35, a turnover. They just kept playing. I mean, really, really special effort by those guys, and certainly their momentum and their energy at the end of the game helped the offense catch some fire with good field position and make some scores happen.
Coach, during the bye week, what would you say is the biggest defensive adjustment was made in order to have these points?
Communication, alignment, assignment, and really just the leadership council, the players on this football team just deciding that they've had enough and that they were going to make things better from top to bottom, and they did. They went out here today and they proved it. And I thought it's even better. You don't want to allow a touchdown, but I thought it was neat that after they scored on their opening possession, that was it. That was it. The only other, was another miscue on special teams. We allowed a kickoff return for touchdown. So again, hats off the defense and all those players. They played an unbelievable.
Beach Powell had a great game. What has he meant to this program? I know he's been here only 1 year and he was 5 years in the other program.
Yeah, just really smart, self-starting team player. Loves the game of football. Really loves his teammates. Plays hard for them. Prepares hard with them. He's all about being a great teammate. He's all about winning. I mean, you can't say anything but super positive things about him. He's like these other guys back here. There's Keith Mezzador back here. These guys are unique because they've seen a lot of football. They've played a lot of football. Colby Jordan back there as well. This means the world to them. So even though sometimes it may not look pretty, they're going to do whatever it takes to get it done and to find a way to get that one out.
Mario, what do you think about the team that, given the fact that it was a one-score game in the fourth quarter, they didn't get jittery. They said they walked in, put 20 good points, and shut out on defense. That, how do you put this about the team that's their culture and attitude?
Well, I keep saying it every week. I mean, football is 4 quarters of football. I know everybody wants it to look like that in the first quarter. It's rarely going to happen. So we happen to be a very good fourth quarter team. We keep finding ways to try to ignite ourselves to be more efficient and play better, just team football, coach better team football, so we can have some better results in some of the earlier parts of the game. But at the same time, they've got people on scholarship too. They have 11, 12 games to tape on us, and in November, you always want to get the victory. And games are going to be funny. Scores are kind of all over the place. And that being said, I love the way our team just finds a way to dig deep, to hold each other accountable, and find a way to get it done.
Can you tell me quick ones? We're going to do 2 quick ones to wrap. We're going to go to Jordan, then we'll end with Tim Reynolds. Jordan, go ahead.
Mario, Ahmad Moden broke out the first half after the target in college. Georgia Tech, and as soon as he came in, it seemed like he made a pretty instant impact. Just the value he's brought, especially on a D line where you have so many guys made playing.
He's getting better and better. I think guys like I just mentioned before, Keith Mezzador, those guys are having an impact on really unlocking some of the ability and potential that he could bring on a week-by-week basis to this program. So really proud of Ahmad. I mean, sitting for a half isn't the most fun thing in the world, especially after a really physical play. Those things are, judgment calls, they are what they are. So proud of him, and we're going to push Ahmad really hard because he has greatness in him, and we're going to get every ounce out of him.
Last question, Tim.
Before the game, Mario, they're obviously out there 27 handshakes and hugs with your seniors. Just what was that moment like for you to have more fun with that?
Busting their chops, every single one of them. I'm like, hey man, I'm not gonna cry, so you better not cry. But it's like, hey, they can tell you every single one was. We have a lot of football to play. So, but at the same time, thanking them because what we do is really hard, and what we've had to do to get to the point right now, November 23rd, 2024, everything that's been done so now has been really difficult and trying and challenging. And these guys have just stood tall in every ounce of it, man. They're here for it. So love them. Can't wait to get back to work. I guess as soon as we get a chance to get back on the bus and watch the next tape on the next one. So really appreciate you guys. Thank you for being.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the latest edition of Miami Hurricanes Talk with Danny, presented by Lorraine Sports, following a 42-14 win today over Wake Forest. See this Canes Connection here. Give Canes Connection a follow and become a member today by go to canesconnection.com. Greatly appreciate that. And if you want to order the shirt, We Bring the Smoke, please go to Lorraine Sports .myshopify.com to place your order for this shirt today. I'll put all the links in the description. Give you my thoughts on the win today. First half, I felt we look a little discombobulated offensively. We give up the big TD after we get them the 17-7 lead on Misha's pick six. I thought that was a smart play. And they were doing a Georgia Tech drive Wake Forest up to that point. I think that Misha pick changed the game considerably. And yet they got the TD on the ensuing kickoff. We had poor coverage there. On special teams, we took poor angles there. In the second half, 22-0 Canes in the second half. We hold Wake to 50 yards total offense in the second half. Okay, 50 yards. Jordan Lyle had almost 100 yards in the fourth quarter alone. And he had on the day, he had almost 100 yards in the fourth quarter when we needed it. We needed to have it. But we started to shut Wake down. And we sacked their quarterback a few times there. Matter of fact, we sacked Bachmeier twice in the third quarter, and in the second half alone, Bachmeier was out of the game. We sacked Bachmeier 3 times in the second half, and Michael Curtin once. That's their other quarterback. Like I said, Lyle at home had almost 100 yards rushing and a touchdown in the fourth quarter alone when we started to bust the game open at that point. 22-0 in the fourth quarter alone. Okay. We had 6 first downs. We held Wake to 1. This defense was not going to be denied today. We recover a fumble. They went lights out in the second half. First half, we were a little sloppy there, but second half, I felt we got better, and we did what we needed to do and get the W. Let me give out my report card now. If any of you have anything you want to add, please do that. Offense, I'm going to give, believe it or not, I'm going to give a B. We committed some penalties there. I didn't like a couple things there on offense. Like I said, the procedure penalty, we looked a little sloppy there. But aside from that, I felt we could be better. So I'm going to give the offense a B. Defense, I'm going to give an A-. We were sloppy in some areas in the first half. It took some poor angles. We continued to do that. But in the second half, they went lights out mode, shutting out Wake 22-0, holding them to 50 yards total offense, and recovered a fumble. And we got the TD from Mish in the first half that changed. I really felt that changed the momentum of the game, in my opinion. Special teams, I'm going to give a C. Yes, we got the field goals from Mandy when we needed those, but we give up the big play to Claiborne on the ensuing kickoff after Misha's pick six. And that hurt us there. So that's where I felt we were. We got to clean up some areas. Now we're going up to Syracuse next week. I'll talk about that in just a moment. But now I'm going to give out my game balls. My first game ball I'm going to give to is to Jordan Lyle. 5 receptions, 5 carries, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. All in the fourth quarter when we needed to have it. My second game ball I'm going to give to is, believe it or not, I'm going to give it to Cam Ward. I mean, why don't you? I mean, 27 for 38, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, though. That got a little cute on that. My third game ball I'm going to give to is Jacoby George. 9 receptions, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns on the day. My fourth game ball I'm going to give is to Mish Powell. The pick 6 that turned momentum in that game. Everything turned on that pick 6, on the pick 6 right there from Powell. He also had 3 tackles on the day, and a sack, and a tackle for loss. Broke up 2 passes on the day. And my fifth and final game ball is I'm going to give that, believe it or not, I'm going to give it to the entire defense, the rest of the defense. 5 sacks, 29 yards lost. Just absolutely dominant today. And we had 6 tackles for loss for a total loss of 30 yards. That was absolutely lights out dominating defense today, especially in the second half. So I'm going to give my final thoughts on the victory today. I felt it was a good victory. We survived round 1 of the playoffs, which basically every game is a playoff game from here on out. Next week is round 2 up in Syracuse. It's going to be a very tough place. It's going to be a noisy environment up there. 3:30 on ESPN. We are going to have to play a lot better for 4 quarters. I mean, if I see the defense like it was today in the second half show up for 4 quarters next week up in Syracuse against a very good Kyle McCord, I think we can win up there and win up there comfortably. A couple of notes. Next podcast is going to be to preview Syracuse will be on Monday, tentative 10:30. I'll announce that tomorrow night on X. And then next Saturday night, since I'll be at a Christmas party in Winter Park, I'll probably do the podcast probably late night Saturday night around 10:30, 11-ish or so. Just depends on what goes on. So that's the tentative plan as of now for the post game next week up after the Syracuse game on the road. So if anyone else has anything they want to add, please do that. If not, I will talk to you next I'll talk to you next on Monday, tentative at 10:30. I'll announce that officially tomorrow on X. Take care. Have a great rest of your Saturday night, and go Canes.